Hello, Devrat. Are you back?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And my screen is visible.
Yes.
Okay, so we have covered till 27. Okay.
Yes.
Next is 28. Okay. Please go through it. 26,
I
28.
was 1 minute. Let me open my PDF. Yes. One. The Vice President. Oh, Microsoft has requested overpayment. Overpassed all of them. This is the requested payroll overpayments. That's what this is. General. Audit soft filters. Okay. Generalized audit software then.
Generalized audit software. Okay. And how did you get in, into this
Because
conclusion?
this because the VP of HR is asking for last year overpayment uh,
Hmm.
payroll details
Hmm.
from the
Hmm.
auditor. So we
Yes.
cannot integrate test facility right away. Embedded audit module is also like time taking, like we have to do it. Budget is maybe
Hmm.
involved. And as of now, we can do it generalized audit software for now to do the analysis.
What do you mean by generalized audit software?
Like this Power BI and Excel or SQL, anything,
Mm-hmm.
so
Okay.
that we can analyze the data of the last year and we can find out the
Okay.
overpayment.
Let's check.
B.
B. Okay. B.
Ah.
Yes, it is correct. So the Vice
Mm.
President of HR has requested an information system audit to identify payroll overpayments for the previous year. Okay. So they want the audit for perform the audit for the overpayments of previous year. So, so that is for generalized audit software. So basically, generalized audit software feature include mathematical computation, status, stratification, statistical analysis, sequence checking, duplicate checking, and recomputation. And
Mm.
IS auditor using generalized audit software can design appropriate tests to compute the payroll, thereby determining whether the overpayments were made and to whom.
Mm.
Yeah, so these are specifically designed software for the particular role. So here uh, for the audit of the payroll, uh, we
Mm.
have we have a generalized audit software. Basically, we can use that comes under the CAT category. Okay,
Mm.
and like ERP solution and all that through which we can
Mm.
basically uh, perform the audit, and that will actually compute the statistical perform the statistical analysis, stratification, mathematical computation, duplicate checking, reconciliation, all
Mm.
these things they will do. So by that we auditor can able to identify if there is any gap or there is any overpayment or something,
Mm.
some issues in the transaction has happened can be easily identified, right? So,
Yes.
so these are specialized software to a specific
Hmm.
for a specific role, basically, right? These we
Hmm.
use. Coming to the next, please go through it.
After this, what do you have? Search. Yes. Compliance testing. Compliance testing. System practices. Hmm. Option
So,
C and D is more likely, but
mm-hmm.
still I think option D is more accurate.
Okay. So during a security audit of your
Hmm.
IT process, and as auditor find that documented security procedure do not exist.
Hmm.
Okay.
Procedure is not there, then we
Hmm.
have to identify and evaluate the existing practices, whether they are doing it even as per security guideline or not.
Mm-hmm.
Then we can recommend something, then prepare the document. I think conduct compliance testing on available data. Compliance testing on available data is also kind of correct. Compliance testing. Oh,
Which can be the best option?
from C and D, I have doubt. Could look the
So
data.
if
D,
at
D, D.
the moment you have a
Hmm.
if the at the moment you have a you're not able to identify
Your voice
between
is
two
not clear,
of the
Ravijit.
options. Am I audible? Hello?
Hello? Yes.
Hello?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
am I
yes.
audible?
Now clear. Yes.
Okay, okay, just a minute. So I'm saying that at the moment, if you uh, come under the situation that you need to identify and you are not clear between the two options, try to eliminate and try to search any
Hmm.
key term, or try
Hmm.
to uh, you can go through the question again and then try to identify what are the keywords which is basically help you to identify the correct option, because two options you have already eliminated, there is only two rest.
Hmm.
Okay,
Hmm. Hmm.
so try to compare in between those two options and then try to eliminate the other. So
Hmm.
so as per you, which would be the best one?
Just one
Which
minute.
option?
During the security. Okay. Let me read one more time, then I will confirm.
Yeah,
During
yeah,
the
take your
security
time.
audit of IT procedure and information security audit, procedures, security procedures does not exist. Okay. Define what existing practices conduct of compliance based on available data. Fine, D. I think it will be more correct.
D, identify and evaluate existing practice. Okay.
Hmm.
And why not C?
Because compliance testing on available data, the question is not even asking about the data. First, we have
Hmm.
it is saying procedures does not exist. So, as an auditor, we have to identify what we can recommend them, what
Hmm.
policies they should make, sorry, procedures they should make. So, first we have to identify and evaluate the existing practices. That's why D.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's check what is the best option. Yes, D is the correct
Ah,
one.
yes,
Yeah, so
yes.
let's see.
But that was my
Identify,
logic. What is this
identify
saying?
and evaluating existing practice. Okay, one of the main
There is
objective
no
in our audit
document
is to
procedure.
identify potential risk. Therefore, the proactive approach is to identify and evaluate the existing security practice being followed by the
Hmm.
organization and submit the findings and risks to the management with the
Hmm.
recommendation to the document the current control or enforce the documented procedures. Okay, since
Yes.
they are not having the documented security procedures, right? So
Hmm.
that's why identify
First,
and
we have to
evaluate existing
identify
practice. So
existing practice.
since procedure is not there, so we need to identify the evaluate and identify
Hmm.
the existing practice that what is
Hmm.
their they are at ground level what process
They
they
are
are
doing,
following
then we
what
can recommend
mm.
what process they should
And
make.
for this one, see when conducting compliance testing on available data, so data is not complete data is not available because they are not
Hmm.
maintaining the security procedures with them. It is not
Hmm.
documented, so we cannot go for the compliance testing
Hmm.
without the appropriate set of data, right?
Hmm.
So yes, D is the best one. Now next,
Your screen is
my screen is not
green.
visible.
Okay. No, no, back. Something. It went black in between.
It is not visible.
No, no. Now it's came up during a
Okay.
risk analysis. Threats and potential impacts. Applies artificial intelligence environment. You know, management and comparison management procedure. Information asset lines. D.
D.
Last.
Hmm. Can you please explain why you have selected D?
Yeah, we have identified the threat and potential impact on the asset.
Okay.
So next step, we have to evaluate the current existing controls, what we have on ground.
Okay.
Identify asset. B is anyway, it was the first step. Disclosing the threat and impact to management not relevant.
Hmm.
Without existing control, what we can disclose to the management. Ensure that the risk assessment option A, ensure that the risk assessment is aligned to management. What is this? And spelling
And
is something not right, but management risk assessment procedure. So this is very generic
hmm.
statement. The question is asking what next the auditor should do. So obviously we have to evaluate the existing control.
Yes.
Mm,
So once the auditor identifies threat and potential impact, okay, so
mm,
we need to identify and evaluate the existing controls because
mm,
we have identified the threats. So see, we have a critical assets. We need to classify the asset into the low, medium, high and critical asset. We classify it. So
mm,
once we classify the asset, we need to identify or we need to address the high and critical asset. Okay, so for that,
mm,
those assets obviously those assets are having few vulnerabilities with them, so need to identify the vulnerabilities. Once we identify the vulnerabilities, we need to identify the potential threat who
mm,
who has a potential to exploit those vulnerabilities. Okay, so
mm,
just after so once we identify the threat and potential, so we need to identify the potential threats and their potential impact. So they are
mm,
impacting the basically the asset by if the vulnerabilities has been compromised. Okay, so it will directly impact
mm,
the asset. Okay,
mm,
so the next step, the very next step would be for the auditors to identify the respective
mm.
control to
Current controls.
yeah, to mitigate the risk. So those
Mm,
are the list of control which is required to to mitigate the vulnerabilities, right? We need to,
mm,
as per the vulnerabilities, list of vulnerabilities we identify, we need to implement the control and so that we can mitigate the risk. And
mm,
uh, with that help, basically, that impact of those potential threat would be reduced. So
mm.
the um, attack surface would be reduced. Okay, attack surface
Yes.
of the threat would get reduced once we implement the control. So after identifying the threats, our next step would be to identify and evaluate the existing controls. Once we evaluate the control, our next step would be to implement those controls. Okay. So I
Mm.
think this would be the best answer. Yes, it is.
Yes, yes. We can directly go to next. This I know. Risk
Okay, great.
assessment. Which of the following would normally be the most reliable evidence for information auditor? Okay. A confirmed letter is a third-party in account balance. And for on the line now, there are options of working and data outcome from the internet internet sources. Okay. Issue analysis of the problem from the report supplied by the line measure. Issue analysis developed by the auditor. Which of the following would normally be the most reliable evidence for the information security auditor? Okay. Variation is settled by the as I found the reports supplied by the line manager. Yes, D, I think. Trend analysis obtained from the internet source. No, yes, yes, the line manager. No confirmation level, third party of D.
D.
Last. Hmm.
Ratio analysis developed by the IS auditor from reports supplied by the line manager.
Hmm.
Okay. Okay, so the question is which of the following would normally be the most reliable evidence for an IS auditor? Most reliable. You got my
Hmm.
point? Okay. So as per the D, ratio analysis developed by the IS auditor from the report supported by the line manager. Okay.
Hmm.
So but this is the internal report, right? It is a report provided by the line manager. For
Acha,
being an auditor,
supported by the line manager.
being an auditor, being an auditor, you You cannot fully rely on the internal documentation, I mean, or internal report, because
Ratio
that
analysis, okay. Ratio
that
developed
line
by the
manager is
ISACA.
ex internal to the that system, and he can be biased. Here question is asking uh, the most reliable evidence for an IS auditor. For an auditor,
Hmm.
which kind of evidence would be most reliable? Just think on that.
Okay. The confirmation letter received from the third party, verifying an account balance. I think A then.
And what is the rationale behind it supporting A?
Because third party has already verified it, then the auditor
Hmm.
is receiving the confirmation letter.
Mm-hmm.
I think that is why.
So
Because internal
here
people,
the key word would be, I mean, on what basis you are saying A? What would be
uh,
the keyword?
keyword is confirmation letter received from the third party.
So that is the entire
Like
sentence.
we
What is
receive
the keyword?
uh, keyword third party, I think.
Third party.
Verified.
Hmm.
Hmm.
So there are two kinds of documents actually an auditor
Hmm.
can receive from an auditee. First is the list of document from the internal team.
Hmm.
Another would be the document list provided by their uh, auditors, third-party auditors or external auditors. Okay. So if you are
Hmm.
an auditor, for you, third-party or external auditor report would be the most reliable one. Okay, because they are not the biased one. That
Hmm.
report would not be biased. Possibility of getting bias would be less. Okay.
Hmm.
But if any documents you are getting from internal department, I am not saying that uh, they are not always wrong, but
Hmm.
sometime there would be chance that they would get biased. Okay,
Hmm.
so here if you look for option B, assurance from the line management that an application is working as a design. So another thing,
Word of
line
mouth.
manager. Yeah,
ये तो कुछ भी बोल देगा.
so line manager is saying this. So you
Hmm.
cannot rely on it. Trend data obtained from the internet source. Internet source are always
Internet
not
sources.
trustworthy.
Hmm.
Okay,
Hmm.
you cannot rely on that. Ratio analysis developed by the IS auditor from the report. Ratio analysis developed by the IS auditor from the report supplied by the here
Hmm.
auditor is developing a report, ratio analysis report,
Hmm.
but based on the data supply or report supplied by the line manager, and line manager is a part of internal team. Okay, so
Hmm.
again, and if you going to the option A, a confirmation letter received from the third party verifying an account balance. Here, the third
Hmm.
party is confirming the account balance, and based on that, he has presented the report. On that report, that internal team is has provided to you. So
Hmm.
the question is most reliable evidence for you for an IS auditor. So it would be A
A.
because it is provided by the third party auditor. Got
Hmm.
it?
Yes.
Yeah. So let's check. Yes, A is the best one. Evidence
Hmm.
obtained from the independent third party is almost always considered to be more reliable than assurance provided by the local management. You got it?
Hmm. Yes.
Yes. So you need to think in that way also. Okay. I'm
Yes. Yes.
jumping to the next question.
Hmm.
Yes. Please go through it.
Oh. Window protected on source. Controller. But for service compensation and fixing. This is a good question. Yes.
Mm, so you are taking much time in this, right?
Let's go with A.
Okay, and what is the basis of selecting A?
Because the auditor has to, uh, consider the controls are exercised as data flow through this. So he has to, focus on where the detection control has been implemented, where the correction control has been implemented. That's why the point at which. That's why I
Okay.
think A is much accurate.
So basically, when evaluating the collective effectiveness of preventive, detective, and corrective controls within a process, an IS auditor should be aware of the following thing. So, IS auditor is looking and evaluating for the collective effectiveness of the preventive controls, detective controls, and corrective controls. Okay. So, option A is saying that the point at which controls are exercised as data flow through the system. Yeah, the chances of this would be high because at the point
Hmm.
at which controls are exercised, that at the time and at the point of time when controls are being exercised, uh, as data flow through the system, right?
Hmm.
So, so uh, Reader should be aware of which of the following. So that is the best time actually he will be aware about whether the preventive, correct, detective or corrective controls are working properly or not, right?
Yes.
So this is the
Hmm.
best time actually when these controls are being exercised. Okay, and
Hmm.
only preventive and detective controls are relevant. Uh,
No, not
that is
possible.
not. Yeah, it can be excluded. Corrective controls are regarded as compensating. Controls are regarded as compensating
It is
controls.
mandatory, not compensating.
Hmm. That is also can be eliminated.
Hmm.
Classification allow an IS auditor to determine the controls that are missing. Classification allow an IS auditor to determine the controls that are missing. So classification here actually there are classification is the secondary thing here is they want to
Hmm.
know about the effectiveness of the preventive, detective, and corrective controls. Okay. So
Yes.
I think at the point of time when these controls will be exercised would be the best time uh, on which auditor can basically evaluate
Hmm.
whether these controls are
Yes.
properly or effectively working or not. Okay, so I think A
Hmm.
is the correct option.
Yes.
Yes.
We can go next. No problem.
Okay.
Okay, what is this? Which audit technique provide the best evidence of the separation of duties in the IT department? Discuss with the management review of the organization chart, also observation and interview, testing of user access rights, segregation of duties, testing access rights. Transition chart. I think D. Yes.
Which one? D.
Option D. Last.
Testing of user access rights.
Hmm.
Okay.
Here we are checking for segregation of duties. I
Okay.
think in B and D, I will get confused, but here it is saying audit technique. So I think yes, D is more accurate.
D.
Last, yes.
Okay. So the question is, which audit techniques provide the best evidence? Okay.
Hmm.
Which audit technique provide the best evidence of the SOD in an IT department? So
Hmm.
SOD is basically for any critical application. No single user can perform that application or allowed to perform that uh, have an access of that application or
Hmm.
can
Hmm.
exercise that controller role. Okay, so in order to
Hmm.
avoid that separation of duty will be required, like you are not allowed to review your own controls, okay, or your own
Yes. Yes.
observation. Okay, so
Hmm.
similarly for the product from the development, testing and production. Okay, so
Hmm.
developer do not have a right to perform a test on their own
Hmm. Hmm.
development codes.
You are.
Okay,
Yes.
so these
Hmm.
are the SOTs where we have implemented. Okay, so we need to check that. So we required the best evidence for that. So discussion with the management. Okay, management. You if you discuss with the management, then obviously you will get some insight, but that is not
But we want.
efficient.
Yes.
Yeah, at
Hmm.
all level. Review
Hmm.
of the organization chart. That is also not a full uh,
Hmm. Hmm. Very high
information
level
you will
efficiency.
get. Yeah.
Hmm.
For with respect to the SOD, it is not relevant data. Observation and interview and test of user access right. Test of user access rights. Okay.
These two
Okay.
option, yes, they both look correct. To be honest,
That is the beauty of this exam, right? That
yes,
all option will get
they
correct.
both look correct.
Yeah. You need to select the
Observation
best
and
option.
interview, yes, but still D, I think it is more, uh,
Hmm.
evidence perspective, it is more accurate.
Hmm. Again, I would say again, you need to remember about the audit universe. You
Hmm.
know, on that perspective also you need to think.
Let's see. I
You
think
got my
I
point.
will choose D. Yes, let's see if it is
So,
correct or not.
as per you, D is the correct one, and what is the rationale behind it?
Because
Why you
we
have
are
selected D?
exactly testing the user access rights,
Hmm.
whether as per the policy, same like users are getting the access or not.
Okay. Okay.
Observation and interview, it is still like verbal, trying to understand, but in the audit technique, provide the best evidence. It is asking about the evidence. Testing of user access right, I think that will be more, accurate.
Okay. So, testing of user access right, you are basically testing. Basically, we basically perform the test for the SOD,
Hmm.
means user access, right?
Hmm.
Like
Hmm.
developer do not have a access to the test environment. Tester do
Tester.
not have a access of
Hmm.
that is okay. But this is a one part. But what about other characteristics? Means whether they have a right or authority to review their like developer has authority to review their own work or not. It's an authority. You got my
Hmm.
point. Here only
Yes.
you are testing the access right, which is on the system. Like you get an access to the application, right? You get an access to
Hmm.
the development, and you get access to the test uh,
Hmm.
testing environment. Okay. Here only you get the access, but whether you are authorized to perform these things or not. You got my point. Here, uh,
I'm an auditor, then yes, why not?
no, no,
Audit
I'm not
can.
talking about you. I'm talking about the users. Here talking about the
Okay,
users.
user.
Users,
Hmm.
if you are testing the SOD, so that
Hmm.
means you are testing the access control,
Yes,
right?
access
Testing
control.
of you
Hmm.
means no, no. Here they are talking about in question they are talking about the SOD, but in this D option it is talking about the access rights. So as per you, you have to test the SOD, but you are
Okay,
testing
okay,
the access
okay.
rights. You
So
got my point?
here testing of user, not users.
Yeah, user
Only
access
one
rights.
user, his auditor is only okay. Oh my God, they are very clever.
Yeah,
Whoever made this option now is
testing of
very
user
clever.
access rights. So here you are testing the access rights that 10
Of
users
only
having
one
access of the.
user.
Yeah, no, no. So here the
Uh,
number is not the issue. You are not getting
hmm,
that. The user on users, whether it is one user or 10 user, it doesn't matter. Thing
hmm,
is that in this control you only test that there is a 10 user have access to the development. 5 user have
okay.
access to the testing environment. Okay,
Hmm,
so maybe you can have the access of that. You can test the basically what you call access rights basically.
hmm,
Then
hmm.
this is called the authentication testing. This is called the
Right,
authentication
right,
test.
right, right.
From next
Hmm,
level, it comes the authorization.
hmm, hmm. Whether I'm
He,
authorized to access that.
yeah, whether you are authorized to perform that testing or not. Means you are authorized to test your own work or review your own work or not. Here only simply you have tested that your access control you have tested, your authentication you have tested. You have not
Hmm,
here you
hmm.
have not tested the authorization. You got my point. Maybe there will
Yes.
maybe it's possibility that he has an access to the uh,
But
development environment.
authority
But
level type of option is not there except the C.
so in C, what is it is mentioning? Observation and interviews.
Hmm.
You got my point. You need to go to the business owner. You will go to the application owner. There you will
There I will know who is
there
authorized or not.
yeah.
But
So
the
there.
problem now, why I'm getting confused because it is
Hmm.
written in the question, what audit technique provide the best evidence? So this evidence word na that because in observation and interview we will not directly get the evidence.
Why in observation also you will note down the observation, right? And that is also a kind of a evidence if you are
Best
collecting the
evidence,
data.
best testing. I think yes. At some
So
point,
and
yes, you are right.
yeah, so in observation also you can discuss with
Yes, we
them
can
that
write.
whether you have a proper authentication and do you
Mm-hmm.
have a authorization also uh,
Hmm.
to perform or review their own tests or
Yes,
your
yes.
own
In
codes,
C,
right?
we are doing yes, both. Yes,
In C we
correct.
are doing both things, right?
Hmm.
So D only you are performing the access
We are
rights test. Yeah.
uh, D is limited.
Authentication you are
C.
testing.
Hmm.
In C you are testing both authentication
This
and
is very good
authorization both.
question. Yes.
Right. So if you go for C,
Sure.
C is the correct one.
Wait, let me
C.
write this explanation as well. This is
Yeah, you
very.
can take the screenshot of it if you want.
Hmm.
So based on the observation and interview, the information, the IS auditor can evaluate the SOD basically by observing the IT staff performing their tasks. IS auditor can identify whether they are performing any incomparative. incompatible operation by interviewing the IT staff. The auditor can get an overview of the task performed.
Hmm.
Okay, so authority, whether they have authorized or not, you can get
Hmm.
under this option.
Yes.
Got it?
Testing of user access right provide information about the rights user have within the information system, but does not provide. Yes, correct.
Okay, clear?
Yes,
Understood?
got it.
Okay, fine. Let's have another question.
Some questions are very, very beyond
Yeah,
good.
so they try to make you, to think twice
Hmm.
and thrice on the question.
Hmm.
They so these exams are basically exams of the elimination, right? These exams
Hmm.
are not the exam of you how many percentage of student got pass. They actually exam of an elimination. They intentionally made such a question and they drafted such a question that the candidate can be has to think or twice and thrice and maximum time he will give in a single question. So. So in this way,
Hmm.
they have framed this question.
Yes.
Ultimately, they have their goal is not to eliminate the student. Their goal is that whether the candidate is capable of understanding the real world problem or not. Got my
Hmm.
point? In because in industry, he or she has to face such kind of scenario, right? Whether they have
Correct.
already faced it or whether they will going to face it, right? So
Hmm.
that is the more main objective of this exam, whether they are capable of understanding these terminologies, this kind of complexity of scenario or
Hmm.
not. So this is the main objective of this exam.
Yes.
So that is what they want, that you should have uh, clear cut, transparency
Hmm.
over these things, right?
Yes, we have to practice more question. Then only we
Yeah,
can
yeah, you
be
don't
more
think that you
confident.
have given, you have, you are getting 99%, so you are on top of the world, okay? So don't,
But those are very basic. Here, na,
yeah,
they are playing with words. They're
yeah, that
very
is for
smart.
the complexities. They have to, you know,
Even
create
if
the
you are
complexity in terms of,
conceptually fine, but in the word they will play
yeah,
with
yeah,
you.
they try to articulate the word in that way
Hmm.
that it is
Let's see.
harder to understand.
Hmm. After reviewing the disaster recovery planning process of an organization, next meeting to discuss the finding the discussion of the meeting. Factual accuracy of the findings, access to management, time price, revision. B.
Which one?
B, option B, second.
B, option B. So the question is, after reviewing the disaster recovery planning process of an organization, an IS auditor requests a meeting with the organization management to discuss the finding. Which of the following best describe the main goal of this meeting? So option A is obtain management approval of the corrective action plan. B is correct. Confirm factual accuracy of the finding. Okay. C is assist management in the implementation of the corrective action. D is prioritize the resolution of the item. Okay. Yeah, so management approval of the corrective action plan.
वो तो बाद में
It's
होता
a
है.
later, yeah, it's a later
Hmm.
process. Confirm factual accurate of the findings. Yeah, if they have
Accuracy
if
of
the
the finding.
yeah, if the auditor has find something, they can discuss this
Hmm.
thing
They
with
want
the
to
manager.
discuss this
Hmm.
or not in the closing meeting.
Yeah. Then assist management in the implementation of the corrective action. That is also later stage
Say secondary is
activity. Prioritize the resolution of the item. Okay, resolution of the item is
This is
also come
also
after that,
after.
basically. Yeah. So I think confirm factual accuracy
Factual accuracy.
of the finding. Okay. So that is the, I think, let me check. Yes, it is correct one. The goal of the meeting is to
Fine,
confirm the
we know.
factual accuracy of the audit fund. Yes, that
Mm.
uh, same word what we have discussed actually.
Yes, yes, yes.
Same thing.
Okay, what is this one? Watching authorization, correction, tracing, corrections. Tracing. This is also in between option B and D. We have to choose
Hmm.
properly. But still, I think option B is the first priority.
Okay, first of all, I think
Seconds.
you need to aware about what is vouching, what is tracing, what
How?
is these two terms are, I think. Are you aware
Vouching,
of
I don't
this?
know. Tracing, I
Trace.
think we can trace when this fund transfer has happened on a vouching. I don't know. Authorization,
Hmm.
I think still it will be the first priority. Whether the person who is doing the reconciliation is he authorized to do it or not.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Okay, so as per you, it should be B.
Second, hmm.
Let's check. No, it is
Tracing.
not. Tracing is the correct one. Let's see.
What does that mean? Tracing.
So tracing is a transaction reconciliation, basically. Effort that
Okay.
involve following the transactions from the original source to its final destination. In electronic fund transfer
Hmm.
transaction, the direction on tracing may start from the customer printed copy of the receipt, proceed to checking the system audit trail and logs, and end with the checking the master file record for daily transaction as per the CISA system. So,
Effort that involves following the transaction from the
so
original
for
source.
electronic fund transfer and reconciliation procedure, okay. A review of the
Actually,
electron.
this is like entire step tracing of the reconciliation of when it comes to fund transfer.
Yeah,
Tracing.
so tracing is basically here auditor need to ensure that review of the online transaction fund transfer reconciliation procedure include. So during the electronic fund transfer reconciliation procedures, uh, what are the things you can miss process can be included into that auditor want to ensure actually. So tracing is a transaction reconciliation effort actually, in
Is
which
a
it trace all the step.
transaction reconciliation effort. It is a
Yeah,
effort.
effort means
Tracing is a
it's a process. Uh, it's a process. People are
transaction reconciliation effort
effort that
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 involves
involve following
following
the transaction from the
transaction
original source, like from for any
to the final
transaction.
destination.
Yeah. So if you are if a suppose a person A has performed any transaction, so he will get the receipt of that, right? So
Hmm.
then it has a multiple step. uh, from there all the transaction will goes to will be a entire life cycle and path of that. I am actually not aware about that, and also that is not into the scope of that. But thing is that uh, this is the tracing is a part of reconciliation process. Means uh, during the tracing, he auditor can able to identify what is the actual path of the entire transaction, whether it will be uh, properly processed to the authorized person or not.
Hmm.
You got my point. So that is a one of the step uh, included in the CISA basically. So you can note it down.
Okay.
You can
Noted,
go through
noted.
it. Yeah, you can go through it
Yes.
later on also.
Hmm.
Vouching is usually performed during the fund transfer and not during the reconciliation effort.
Hmm.
During the fund transfer, vouching is basically performed this exercise.
Hmm.
Authorization is the online process. In online processing, authorizations are normally done automatically by the system and not during the reconciliation. Okay, you got it.
Okay,
So
this is
so
the main issue.
so yeah. So authorization basically it's an automatic process
Hmm.
uh, in online processing.
Got it, got it. Tracing.
And correction entries should be reviewed during the reconciliation. However, they are normally done by an individual other than the person entrusted to do reconciliation and are not as important as tracing.
Hmm.
Again, that correction process has been performed by a separate team, not by the
Hmm.
same team who has performed the reconciliation. Okay, so but it is not a part of the tracing basically. This
Hmm.
correction is not a part of tracing. It's not a
Trace.
part of reconciliation basically.
Hmm.
So tracing is the correct answer, right? You can
Yes.
make a note of it or take a screenshot of it.
Noted. Hmm.
Okay, okay. So let's move on to the next question.
Yes.
As I said, some question you will encounter which are out of the box and
Hmm.
you will not be aware of that. So you need not to spend much time on that. You can just uh, flag it or mark it as per your best knowledge and then move
Hmm.
on.
Yes.
Since we have a
Information security.
limited time, so for the exam, so accordingly we have to
Mm-hmm.
think.
Anyway, I have never done financial audit, so I'm not aware of this vouching
Yeah,
tracing.
yeah. So
We have to guess.
obviously, every it is not possible that any single person
Everyone
were
has
involved
done
in all the audit.
every type of
Uh,
audit.
yeah, because
Yes.
each audit has its own process and
Mm.
own in-depth knowledge is required. So it is not
Yes.
possible.
That is getting out a system configuration review. Okay. Which are following the best evidence in support of the current system configuration setting. Some values that are put from a spreadsheet to system administration. Strata. Standard code to information mountain. See.
Okay, so question is an IS auditor is carrying out a system configuration review. Which of the following is the best evidence in support of the current system configuration setting? Okay, system configuration value that are imported to a spreadsheet by the system administrator.
I think
Okay,
B will be B or C. I have little doubt, but
Mm-hmm.
I think both are correct. B, B and
It
C.
is not a, it is not a MCQ. You have to choose only one answer.
One standard book configuration that
B is saying that standard
process.
report with configuration values, okay, that are retrieved from the system by the information system auditor, okay. C is
Hmm.
dated screenshot of the system configuration setting that are made available by the system administrator.
If if IS auditor is itself retrieving that, then I think B will be more accurate. If we
Hmm.
consider that logic, then option B is more accurate.
Yeah, so here in B, a system IS auditor is by itself retrieving this data.
Retrieving that
Yeah.
data,
Like in,
and it
I
is
mean,
a standard report.
yeah, I mean, in front of in front of SME, they are collecting the
Hmm.
data.
Hmm.
You got my point.
Yes.
And in the C, it is showing that that SME has sharing the
Dated
screenshot,
screenshot
dated
by the
screenshot,
system administrator.
over the mail or something.
That can be forced.
Yeah, that can be tempered. Yeah,
That can be tempered, then showcased to the auditor.
yeah,
Let's
and
choose B. It is
annual
it
rev
is. Hmm.
D is annual review of the approved system configuration by the business owner. No, so that is not come under this.
That also can be
Yeah, so you are saying
second.
B, right?
Second, yes.
But earlier you were saying C.
But C can be tempered. But B
Hmm.
auditor is itself, you know, collecting it from the.
You so once you marked, once you lock the answer, you are not able to change it later on. Okay.
Fine, fine,
So
fine. I've
so
read
here
again.
you
That's why B.
already you already marked C
No, 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 no.
and
See,
confirmed
see what
confirmed
we
that
do
this,
now.
let's
No,
lock
no,
it
no.
and
We go with B.
so you will not get this option in the exam. Okay. So you have to be very careful on this.
Ah, yes.
Okay. So let's check B. B would, yeah, B is the correct one. Yes.
Mm,
So the evidence that is obtained directly from the source by an IS auditor is more reliable than information that is provided by the system administrator or business owner because the IS
business.
auditor does not have a vested interest in the outcome of the
Mm,
audit. Got it? In the
mm.
C, basically the rules may be modified. See here, the rules can be tempered.
Yes,
Administrator prior to taking the
correct.
screenshot, therefore this is not the best evidence. So before taking
Mm.
the screenshot, he can temper the data, right?
As
No,
auditee, we have did so much time. That's why I know this is not right.
and
See,
after that, even by knowing this,
uh,
you have chosen C, option C, right? Earlier.
earlier, yes, because my I was thinking as an auditee then.
No.
Forgot to think like an auditor.
This is not an exam for auditor, this is an exam for an
Auditee,
auditor.
yes, yes.
Okay, so
Oh,
think like a auditor, not like a auditee.
yes.
So let's move on to the next question.
Because of the checksum and count field data integrity, simplicity, correlation, non-repetition. Mm, 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 mm. This question I have to guess only because
Hmm.
what is checksum, what is financial and all, I'm not very sure, but
Hmm.
integrity,
So
authenticity,
this is a kind
authorization,
of out of
non-repetition.
the
Hmm.
question, right?
So most probably A or D, first or last. So checksum of an amount field. in electronic data interchange. Let's go with D then, non-repudiation. Last one.
Okay. So the question is the purpose of the checksum on amount field. On an amount field in an electronic data interchange communication of financial transaction is in here. Are you not able to identify the option from the question itself? Just read it
Checksum,
once again.
purpose of checksum on an amount field.
Forget checksum. Uh,
Hmm.
read the rest of the question. You will get the answer. You will get some idea.
Okay, the purpose of the checksum amount field in an electronic data interchange communication of
You can
financial
relate it with
transaction.
any of the real time, example, financial example. Then also you are try to get the answer. You will get the answer.
Hmm.
Suppose you have committed one transaction. Okay, you have committed 10,000 rupees to your any friend. Okay, XYZ, and during the transaction you have put the amount 10,000, and then you made the transaction. Now,
Hmm.
what would happen in between? The amount that your friend has received is only 9,000. It was not that exact amount what you have sent. So,
Hmm.
what is the issue come here? Because the exact amount which you have sent, it should be the same amount has to be received by your friend.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So, so what is the issue come here? What is the problem here? Whether it is
Integrity.
a non-repetition, whether it is authentication, authenticity, integrity, what is the issue arise?
Authenticity or integrity? I think integrity. They both look same. Uh-huh.
Hmm.
A or B authenticity.
Authenticity is how you can ensure your authenticity. Authenticity means your friend will ask with you whether you are the right, whether you are really my friend who is going to send money to me, whether you are an authentic person or not. He will raise a question. Your friend will raise a question. That there
Okay,
is a question of authenticity will come, right?
but
There is
here
no
it's like,
question. Yeah, there is no question come here
huh.
in the authenticity, right? Whether you are
Hmm.
authentic or not, or suppose you have to receive some amount from
Hmm.
your friend, so you have to ensure, or since your friend is sending money to your account, so he will ensure that whether this amount is correct or not. He will check
Hmm.
authenticity there, right? Whether your name is reflecting in this in your account or not. That comes under the authenticity. Okay, but here it
Hmm.
is asking for uh, like amount field. Here it is mentioning that checksum on an amount field in an electronic data interchange communication of financial transaction is to ensure. Here amount, they are sending the amount. So for the amount sending, authenticity uh, will not come under
Authenticity will
this.
not be
Yeah,
come under.
it is not the key factor here. The key factor
Hmm.
always be the integrity.
Yes,
You
integrity.
know, like whatever you also want to ensure that whatever amount you are sending to your friend, it is the same amount he is
It is
going to receive,
transferred. Hmm.
right? There is the question come for integrity, not authenticity. Authorization is
Okay.
a different thing. Whether you are authorized to
Authorization
send it.
different.
Non-repudiation means is another concept, like you have sent money to your friend, and then later on you will ask whether you get it or not. So although he has received, but later on he refused that no, no, I have not received. That is come question of non-repudiation.
Okay.
You know, so that is also applicable, but that will come later on at later
That
stage.
is secondary.
Yeah,
Okay.
but here first integrity issues come. Okay. So,
Got it.
or do not think that if you not aware about the concept, so try to figure out the solution from the question itself. Okay.
Hmm.
That's why I ask you to read it twice because the
Hmm.
answer of the this question is lies in the question itself. Okay. So
Hmm.
let's check. Yes, it is the integrity. So a checksum that is calculated on an amount field and included in the electronic data interchange combination can be used to identify unauthorized modification. You know, unauthorized modification. You have
Hmm.
sent 10,000 rupees. Your friend should receive 10,000 only. It should not be greater or less than that.
That's
You
why
got
I
it?
was getting confused between these two options, first and second.
Yeah, second option is
Authenticity.
authenticity. Authenticity cannot be established by checksum alone and need other control.
Hmm.
As I said, it need other control means uh,
Yes.
you need to ask from your friend whether you are authorized or your whatever account you have given is authorized account. It is your account or not.
Hmm.
Okay, it's
Hmm.
again another control. Alone integrity you cannot check this. Okay, so
Hmm.
integrity authenticity required some other controls. Authorization cannot be established by checksum alone and need some other authorization is different
Yes.
thing.
Yes. Yes.
Non-repudiation can be ensured by using digital signature. It can be
Hmm.
non-repudiation can be established or ensured by the digital signature. Digital signature means once you transfer the data or any document or any amount
Hmm.
to your friend. So once they receive the document, once they receive the amount, so the receipt you will get it is a digitally signed receipt. That is
Hmm.
that ensured that your friend has received that particular amount.
Received. Hmm.
So he cannot later on deny that no, I have not received that particular amount. Okay. So
Okay.
this is how we need to tackle such question. Okay. Let's move on to other. I hope you are not
Information
getting
security.
bored. Hmm?
Arey, no, no. This is
You have,
today I'm more interested.
yeah.
I think if we only focus on this Q&A part, na, I will learn more. For me,
Again,
my learning technique,
uh,
my learning is different.
uh, actually, most of the candidates have only such mindset that if they
Uh,
only go through the questionnaire dump, they will clear it, the exam. Thing is that you need to aware about the concept because
hmm,
once your concept because these questions are based on the scenario. Scenario can be any of any type. You got it,
hmm.
and
Concept
there
is
only
more
concept
important.
will work
Hmm,
or the principles will work. The basic principles. Okay.
hmm.
If you have a concrete principle, and you will if you will be placed in any of the scenario, you will be get out of that scenario, or you will able to handle that scenario,
Hmm.
right? But yes, this questionnaire is also important. So you
But
will
at
get
least
a
question through the question, na, what I'm saying is I'm learning what terminologies or concept I don't know. So I'm
yeah. So
writing, I have to learn more about checksum.
yeah.
Uh,
So thing is that again we will not able to cover entire in each
hmm,
and everything because if
hmm.
you see so that CISA review manual itself of 1000 page
Oh my
document.
God.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So it is not possible for any of the trainer to go
Yes.
through entire, everything. It will, I think around it will take 4 to 5 months if we
Oh my God.
regularly take. Okay.
Uh,
So, and that is also not feasible for you as a from
hmm, hmm,
candidate
hmm,
and from our end also, right?
hmm,
So we are providing you just the, the nutshell of everything, right?
hmm, hmm.
So
Fine, fine, fine. I'm noting whatever I don't know. Fine. This is good. Security
yeah,
auditor who has discovered unauthorized transaction during. So many financial related questions are coming up from past 2 3 questions.
Yeah, because financial data is the one of the critical data, right?
Ah,
You need, and
yes.
you have to on priority you need to secure those data.
Hmm.
So so related question will come. Uh,
Fine, fine,
Many
fine.
related question will come. Yeah. So you need to
Hmm.
understand everything.
Yes. Review. EDI. Okay. Transaction. To import management. Integration techniques and C is more relevant, more accurate.
Okay, so question is an IS auditor who has discovered unauthorized transaction during a review of an electronic data interchange transaction is likely to recommend improving the like EDI trading partner agreement. So partner agreement is basically it is the earlier stage when they
Mm-hmm.
have gone to into the contract and all that. Physical controls of terminals. Okay, physical controls,
Not relevant.
but here they are asking about the transaction. So
C.
authentication techniques for sending and receiving message. Okay, so unauthorized transactions. Okay, so here the question in the question itself it is mentioned that he discovered the unauthorized transaction, right? And so for that, authentication techniques for sending and receiving message would be more relevant, I think. And then
Mm.
program change control procedure, that is also
That is
not
also. uh,
relevant to this. So I
mm,
think C is the more authentic option.
yes.
Let's have a check. Yes, C is the
Mm,
correct one. So authentication techniques for sending and receiving message play a key role in minimizing exposure to unauthorized transaction. Fine,
yes.
got it. Let's have another one.
At least in this question, in the previous question, they are not trying to manipulate with words. It was straightforward little bit.
But it is
Most of the
it
questions which I have done wrong,
if you are not
the
getting
word
such
use,
if you are not getting
manipulative
these
words.
question manipulative words, then and you are not capable of handling those, you will be in danger. You got my point.
Mm.
You must have to know how to tackle such questions. So the
Yes,
more such question will come, or you will encounter more such question, it will beneficial for you. Got my
yes,
point?
yes.
Yeah. So don't ever try to go for easy solution. Always go for the always choose the hard problem. Yeah,
Hmm.
it will good for you.
Yes. Information system auditor is validating control and also system generated exception report. Okay, exception reports. So the following the best evidence of the effectiveness of the go through with the reviewer. Okay, the review period with the review sign off. And system generated exception report of the review period with the reviewer sign off. Hmm. A simple transaction report the review period with follow-up action item noted by the reviewer. Okay. They what The spelling, I think they are merging now. That's one of the
Which
issue.
one?
The last word, the first word, management
Okay,
and if
okay,
management,
management and okay, management confirmation. You undefined is
it's a
a change.
management confirmation.
Yeah, management
Uh,
confirmation.
system sample system system generated system report with the review period with the reviewer sign off, walk through the reviewer, walk through with the reviewer or the operation. The control. Okay, best evidence of the effectiveness. Okay, the sample system generated exception report for the review period with follow-up action item noted by the. Yes, I think C is more accurate.
Hmm. Okay, so the question is in IS auditor is validating a control that involve a review of a system generated exception report. Okay, which of the
Mm.
following is the best evidence for the effectiveness of the control? Okay, so walk through with the reviewer of the operation of the control. Okay, one option is to perform the walkthrough with the reviewer of the operation of the control.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, next is system generated exception report for the review period with the
Mm.
review sign off. Okay,
Sign off.
okay. Third is a sample system generated exception report for the review period with follow-up actions, items noted by the reviewer. Okay, and management confirmation of the effectiveness of the control of the review period. Management. So management always lies. So do not trust on
Manager always lies.
that.
So D I have not even read full.
Yeah, you need not to
Directly
even
ignored.
read because
So I
manager
think
all.
they always lie. For them, okay, company is running
Yeah.
properly like a hundred
In
percent
front
every
of the
time.
management, you have to say yes, 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 sir, yes, boss, all
Yes,
is okay. But in, when
everything
you
is
are a
fine.
when you are a when you visit any organization as an auditor in front of management, you say you we will not rely on your statement.
Show me the evidence.
Show me the underlying evidence. I will more
Uh,
believe I will more believe on your subordinates, but I can't believe on your statement.
they are the best liars.
Yeah. So
I think
apart
C is
from
more
the job,
detailed.
yeah.
Hmm.
So see, system generated exception report for the review period. Okay, with follow-up action item noted by the reviewers. And I have also this option B, a system generated exception report for the review period with the reviewer sign off. Okay.
They have just given sign off, but action
Hmm.
item I think is missing there.
Yeah, yeah. Sign off means
They have
like
just sign off. Yeah, yeah, everything is
hmm.
fine.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. That I think yeah, that is a half of the story actually.
Yes.
So C would be the I think best. Yeah. Let's see. Yes, C is
Hmm.
the correct one. A sample of a system generated report with evidence that the reviewer follow up on the exception represent the best possible evidence of the effective operation of the control because there is a documented evidence that the reviewer reviewed the
Hmm.
exception report and took action based on the exception report. Okay, but in the B,
Yes.
they just directly giving the sign off. Okay,
Hmm.
without working on the exception report remediation.
Yes.
So reviewer sign-off
Yes.
does not demonstrate the effectiveness of the control if the reviewer does not note follow-up action of the exception identified. Okay,
Hmm.
fine. So C is the best one. Okay, let's move on to other.
Big question. Recently updated its Purchase system to incorporate electronic data intermediate transmission. Okay. The following components should be maintained. Efficient data mapping. Efficient data mapping. For one, checking manual preparation, function acknowledgement, key verification. This also I have to guess only. I'm not sure.
Try to identify the solution from the question itself.
An enterprise has recently upgraded its purchase system to incorporate EDI. Okay. Purchase system में EDI लगा दिया. Okay. Which of the following controls should be implemented in the EDI interface? Okay. To provide efficient data mapping, key verification, one by one checking. One by one checking
one
of
for
what?
one checking, one for one checking,
Acha,
one by
one for
one.
one checking. For one checking. Manual
So you
recalculation.
can
ये
first
तो
of
हो
all
ही नहीं
see,
सकता.
you can eliminate
Functional.
that.
C and D we can directly eliminate.
What do you mean by functional acknowledgement?
Just it is acknowledgement. Acknowledgement. What, like we the question we have to implement something in the EDI
Hmm.
interface. Efficiency data mapping. So one by one, one for one checking or key verification. These two I think we can consider A and B.
Okay, let's see. So question is an enterprise has recently upgraded its purchase system. Okay, so earlier they have uh, not much robust purchase system,
Hmm.
so they recently upgraded it to incorporate EDI, okay, EDI transmission, so that they have incorporated EDI and they are capable of transferring the financial, means they are capable of doing the financial transaction now. So which of the following controls should be implemented in the EDI interface, okay, to provide efficient data mapping, okay, so that
Hmm.
efficient data can be effectively mapped. Data here means financial data means all the transactions
Hmm.
happen during the day or logs related with that. So these things are comes under the data mapping, right? So
Okay.
so so in our similar earlier example, we have seen and I've given example that if you have transferred some amount to your friend and
Hmm.
later on he just denied that although he has received it, but he has denied that he has not received it. So for in order to avoid that non-repudiation we can use, right? And for that
Hmm.
basically digital signature we use. And for that
Hmm.
you will get a signed document receipt from their end
Hmm.
that he and the particular transaction has been made successfully. Okay, so that you can
Hmm.
be ensured that uh, your transaction is not successful. Okay, so here you are getting a receipt. Receipt is what? Or if you are sending a mail to someone and you ask you to just acknowledge you that
Acknowledgement.
you are agreeing
Hmm.
on this terms and condition, right? So if you send it that yes, okay, I am acknowledging this mail, that means he is abide by those terms and conditions. So it's a kind of acknowledgement. Okay, so in the financial transaction basically acknowledgement perform a key role basically, so that it will be
Okay.
ensured that any of the sender and receiver,
Hmm.
they have to ensure and they are ensure if they are getting the acknowledgement that and their transactions are successful or not successful. Even if the transaction is not successful, you will get acknowledgement
We
that
will
the
get failed
paid,
acknowledgement.
yeah. So that is, so
Okay.
acknowledgement are very important thing basically, right?
So
So if we,
acknowledgement here means that acknowledgement that things has
yeah, so what I have
transferred
mentioned
properly
here,
or not.
electronic data interchange. What do you mean by that? It means EDI
No, no,
means
but
that
here it is functional, written as functional. That's
function.
why I get confused.
It's a function. It's a related with the operation thing. It's a financial operation thing, right? It's a functional thing. Financial transaction is a kind of a operation, right? It's
Hmm.
a, it's
So
a it's a
operational
code.
acknowledgement they should have written. But anyway.
You should be aware of these things that function. So you need to understand the context of the question for on what context these questions are being asked. So accordingly,
Hmm.
you need to change your mindset, right? You
Okay.
cannot you cannot have a right to say that why you have mentioned functional, why you have not mentioned your operational acknowledgement, right? You are
Okay.
not have a right to raise such kind of question in front of
Hmm.
ISACA, right?
Fine.
So a
But
thing is
yes,
that,
this was new. I was not aware that
yeah.
this transaction, how the things is going in the background. Like I
Mm-hmm.
have to send money, they have to send acknowledgement.
Yeah. So in real data also, you
Hmm.
if you are sending money to someone, you will get a receipt. Receipt is what? It is an
Hmm.
acknowledgement, right?
Ha ha ha. Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. So
Now I get it.
if we talk about the option A, key verification is the secondary thing when it comes under the audit part or later on. It will
Hmm.
not
Hmm. Hmm.
work here. One for one checking. So one for one check is basically it basically validates the transactions for the completeness or if it is not completed.
But B is
Okay.
also very correct. If you see
Yeah, B is correct, but thing
option
is that
B.
again we need to think on the basis of audit universe, right? We should not
Hmm.
uh, think on a granular level. If you are
Yes,
one
yes,
for
yes.
one checking, if you think so means only one to one transaction they are looking, or
Hmm.
you are basically mentioning or so. But here in the entire audit scope, there are many thousand millions of transactions are going on. So
Hmm.
under
Hmm.
the entire transaction, the scope would be the entire financial, entire financial
Process.
universe, right? Or
Hmm.
financial ecosystem, right? That would be the
Hmm. Hmm.
best word, I think. So we need to think
Yes.
like that. On that way, we need to
Hmm.
think. So one for one is the best, is also the one of can be considered, but it will not give you the best one, right? Again,
Hmm.
we need to identify the best solution. Manual
Hmm.
recalculation is we can ignore. Okay.
You can
Then
ignore that.
so we have we are left with functional acknowledgement. So let's see. This is the correct one.
Hmm. For this, I have to make notes. This I would have
Yeah.
definitely made wrong. 100%.
Yeah, that is the reason. Uh, Basically, key concepts are, that is why it is
Hmm.
essential.
For encryption and protection of the data, but not for data mapping. Okay.
Yeah, so
For
acting
one
as a
checking.
audit trail for electronic data interchange transaction, functional acknowledgement are one of the main control use in data mapping. Okay.
Functional acknowledgement is one of the more control used for data mapping. Got it. One for one checking validate that transaction are accurate, complete, but do not
Yeah, so
okay map
it's
data.
it do not map the data actually.
Yes. Now it's clear. Fine.
Fine. Let's move
Hmm.
on the next question.
the best method of confirming the accuracy of a system tax calculation. So many financial questions. Accuracy of the system tax calculation. This is on the source code. Compare. I think we can consider B, second one.
B1. Okay. So the question is the best method of confirming the accuracy of a system tax calculation. Okay. So how to validate or confirm the accuracy of the tax system, whether they are calculating the tax
Accurate or
accurately or
not.
not, that particular application. So if we ask for if we go for a reviewing and analysis of the source code of the calculation program, what do you think? Why this would not be the best solution?
Just source code review, how we can consider.
Yeah,
Code is
because
fine, but here
code is
tax
fine, but
calculation is asked.
yeah, so code
What
is
about
fine, and
tax?
if you remember, we had a discussion on that for a application. If you talk about the audit of an application, IT application control, I think I have
Mm-hmm.
discussed this with you. So
Mm-hmm.
it required the n number of input. What are the kind of input we
Yes,
are
yes.
providing to the application? What is the on which process logic or program logic that application is following, and what are the
Mm,
output, right?
mm.
That application are giving. It should be as per the operating process, right? So just
Mm.
only looking for the
On the source
source
code,
code,
it's
we
not.
cannot identify
Mm,
these things. Okay, so that can be
mm,
eliminated. Recreating program logic using
mm.
generalized audit software to calculate monthly totals. Okay, so here basically you are referring to B. Which one?
B.
B. So recreating program logic using generalized audit software to calculate monthly totals. So can you imagine that the organization has already purchased one application to calculate the tax,
Mm,
okay, and you are trying to embed it or creating your own program logic into that application, right? So OEM, do you think that OEM, if
that
OEM will allow
perspective.
that?
No, no,
No,
no, never.
right?
Then we have to go with C then. I thought we can do it. I thought it is on-prem software. That's why.
No, no, generally, see, obviously, you know, uh, company cannot build everything by their own, right? They have to take services,
Yes.
right? So if you talk about these taxation or like cloud services and all that, these are the major services, and for this there is a specialized vendors are available in the market, right? So a
Mm-hmm.
company would prefer not to go into the no, or not to try to build these applications by our own.
Mm,
They will take the services from others resources or from third party vendors, okay? So they will
mm.
take the SaaS based subscription or other subscription for such kind of application, okay? So they
So
generally do not go into such kind of
so
development.
in like in question, if it is not written, so by default we have to consider it is outsourced. Like if there is some
No,
major.
here it is mentioned that yeah, you can think that the best method of confirming the accuracy of a of a system tax calculation
Mm,
for the tax calculation. If you think basically there is a
it
India,
will
we
be a
have a
huge
apex
software.
body. it will
Hmm.
In India, so income tax department is
हाँ
basically
हाँ.
uh, what we call governing everything, right? So they have their own
Hmm.
specialized software, and
Hmm.
also there are major vendors are there who have their own tax related softwares
Hmm.
are available in the market. How
Hmm.
And it's a complex thing, right?
It's a very
Calculating the
complex.
tax
Yes.
and everything.
Hmm.
If we talk about if anyone is for from the employer point of view, it is also complex thing, but for the business point of view, from the businessman, it is a big challenge for them basically.
Hmm.
So they will not uh, consider to develop these things by their own. This is not
Hmm.
like a
Hmm.
kind of a college project, right? It's a
Understood.
yeah,
Yes.
it's a corporate. We are talking here about the corporate thing, right?
Hmm.
So it is
Then
understood that,
simulation will be
yeah,
best.
it is understood that they must have taken services from or they must have outsourced the services, right?
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
So, so I don't think that
Fine.
B would be the
No, no,
good
we
one.
will never be option. Yes.
Then preparing simulated transaction for processing and comparing the result to predetermined results. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so and the
See.
chances of this option is high because preparing simulated transaction for processing
Hmm.
and comparing the result to the predetermined result. Here we are actually performing the IT application testing, ITAC.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So because see, you are creating a simulated environment on that, you are uh, inputting some value to the application that a
Hmm.
application is processing, and then identify the result based on the determined results. You need to compare that,
Hmm.
right? So that is
Hmm.
the best one. That is the best option. Automatic flow
Yes.
charting and analysis of the source code of the calculation program. So flow
Again,
charting
source
and
code.
source code are not effective method actually
Hmm.
to address the basically accuracy of the that taxation,
Hmm.
right? And it is again it is here it is stating about to working on the source code, so that is not
Hmm.
as per the our
Not that much. Hmm.
required question as per the question scope. Okay,
Hmm.
so
Yes.
C, let's check C. C is the best one.
Hmm. I just want to read the B
Yeah, yeah.
recreating.
Recreating program logic may lead to errors, and monthly totals are not
Yes,
accurate enough to ensure correct computation. So since if you are developing your own program, so obviously you would not
there
be
may
so
be chances
accurate,
of.
right?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So
Now got it.
so so that's why C is the correct one, right?
Hmm.
Let's move on the next question.
Some review of application controls. Hmm. Efficiency of the application, impact of any business process, application optimization, application control, performing application control. This is little bit tricky, but
Hmm.
option A and C are looking, kind of similar, but A, I think we can go with A.
A. Okay. So the question is an information IS auditor performing a review of the application controls evaluates the efficiency of the application
in
in meeting
meeting
the
the
business process.
business processes.
Okay.
Hmm.
So did you understand the question itself? What the question is saying?
Yes, the information security auditor performing the review of
Hmm.
application controls evaluates,
Hmm.
yes, evaluates the effectiveness of the application within the business process.
Which
So
option?
whatever application we are using, the option A.
Efficiency of the application in meeting the business process. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. And B is impact of any exposure discovered.
That I think is secondary.
That is a secondary one. How it
Impact.
comes secondary? So
First
A
we
is
have
talking
to
about the
consider.
no no
Uh,
A is talking about the efficiency of the application in meeting the business process. Okay, they
hmm,
are
hmm, hmm,
asking about the some applications there,
hmm.
who is required to work as per the business process. Okay, this is
Correct.
our
Yes.
requirement. So
Hmm,
test of design and test of effectiveness will be tested as per the business process. Okay, so
hmm,
for the application, but application will only run when it does not have any vulnerabilities associated with them. You got my point.
hmm.
If it is
But
having any
vulnerability never.
vulnerability,
Uh,
if it is not having if it is having vulnerability, it will not work properly. Okay, so uh, we are not able to identify the efficiency of the application if there is any vulnerability
hmm,
in that. Okay. Uh, B option is saying impact of any exposure discovered. Okay, so if suppose there is any vulnerability identified, so we need to identify the threat related with that, and we need to basically perform the
hmm,
threat analysis on that basically, so that we can able to understand the attack surface, right?
hmm,
So that we can mitigate the risk, right? This is the B option. C option is business process served by the application. Okay, so what kind of the business process are being served by the application? Okay, so that is again related with the uh, when the application will run, then only it serve the business process. Okay, then application optimization. Okay, optimization means it should be scalable, it should be light, right?
hmm,
It
hmm,
should
hmm.
be it can be operate anywhere, like in the system, in your mobile, or wherever as per the requirement. So again, it's a kind of a functionality we are talking about, right? But if you talk about the impact of any exposure discovered, you know, so if here the question is auditor is performing the audit and uh, review the application control. Okay, so these are
Hmm.
the options which are coming, means these are the scenario in which he is looking related with the application. So option A, C, and D are related with once the application is okay and free from all vulnerabilities, and then they can test the operation, design and operation effectiveness, business process, serve to the application, and application optimization. All these things are later on things. Okay, but
Hmm.
if the application is having any vulnerabilities, then that is which is something which is critical and need to address first. So for an auditor, he will not go for A, C, or D. He will first identify impact of any exposure discovered. If there is any exposure discovered into the application, you got my point.
Hmm.
then he should go to remediation for that. So that is the topmost priority basically.
Hmm.
You got my point. So
Yeah,
auditor is
got
performing
it, but
yeah,
fine. I understand
auditor
your
performing a
concept.
review of the application. He is reviewing it. So reviewing are
Hmm.
can be here obviously here in this case team is not defined. There will be
Hmm.
definitely different team involved in that. One team is VAPT team who is continuously working on the on the
Hmm.
threat modeling and all this part on the exposure if they have any vulnerabilities or
Hmm.
not. And then the team is working on the process type or audit type on the application audit. Okay, but since you are seeing all this from the single site and you are just looking from the end of the auditor, right? So
Hmm.
auditor here, two auditors are involved basically. But again, if being an auditor, if you encounter such an issue, so you have to first uh, basically prioritize. If you identify any vulnerabilities into the system, you need to identify it and discuss this with the
Okay.
management first before going for the operational one. You need to identify the if you identify any vulnerability, you need to flag that initially
Hmm.
because for any system, if system will work efficiently if it is healthy, right? If the system is not healthy, how it will work efficiently? You got my point.
Hmm.
So if any exposure is identified, that will be a critical thing. You need to first understand that, and you need to go to remediate that first. Then later on, uh, you have another option basically.
Hmm.
And what was going through in your mind when you have selected which option you selected? C1,
A.
A1,
First,
efficiency of
first,
the
first.
application. Yeah. Okay. So efficiency is only comes when any system will work properly, healthy. Okay, but if the system is not or having any vulnerability, how it will work? So
Yeah, but
impact
fine.
of
But let's just say it's very minor. But if it is not meeting our business process, then what's the point of using that application? That's what I was thinking. That's why
so
I've chosen A.
how you will measure the or how you will
Let's say it is
calculate.
very, we did the VAPT on the particular application. Okay.
Yeah, so but
And it,
it's a minor. How you will calculate? You need to perform VAPT initially, right?
yes, yes, I know that we
So
perform, and it is come
yes,
like whenever we
yeah, it
perform
will.
VAPT, it will be there. Major, minor, something will be there always.
Yes, yes, yes.
But my concern is effectiveness of the application meeting that business process.
Mhm.
Application
And how do
vulnerability
you
will
ensure?
come.
How do you ensure that? So
Yeah, that is what
as
we are
per you,
checking, na
so
review efficiency.
as per you, as per you, if you have performed the VAPT and you have identified some uh, means minor vulnerabilities, you want to say, right?
Yes,
No major one,
yes,
right? So
yes.
again, you need to identify that you have to go for the VAPT at initial stage, right? Before
Hmm.
running the application or
Hmm.
before putting the real data into the application. You
Let's
got
say,
my point.
let's say we fixed all the vulnerabilities. Okay. But the
So,
application is
hmm.
not meeting the business process, then what is the point
So
of
that is
using
the
that
second,
application?
but that is a again you what you told that you have fixed all the vulnerabilities. So that is the first step you have
Yes,
taken, right? That is the first
correct.
step you have taken, na? So here we are,
Yes, yes.
the auditor is asking for means auditor performing a review application control evaluate. So initially he has to evaluate the vulnerabilities, identify the vulnerabilities. So it is the first step. Unless and until he will not having the OK report from the VAPT, uh, green report from the VAPT, how it will go for the test for the effectiveness?
Usually, yes, we have to
Because that
first get
application,
approval from the
yeah,
VAPT.
because that
Then only
application
we
is under
can.
under the
uh,
observation, right? Under the
hmm,
observation. So that is the initial step,
impact on
first step.
exposure discovery. But if they have written the wording impact of any exposure discovered, okay. So basically they are saying not VAPT specifically, they are saying like
So
any exposure, any type of
yeah,
exposure, any
impact of any
risk assessment
exposure.
basically you have done or not.
Yeah,
Okay.
so
Yes, yes,
impact.
yes. It is
So
fine. See.
exposure can be of any
Is
type, right?
as you said now vulnerability, then I get confused because vulnerability it is coming going like it is like continuous. But I think exposure here means risk assessment. They are saying specifically.
So from where risk will come? What
Yes,
is the
we have to perform
risk?
risk assessment then,
So
na?
no, no. From where risk will come? Risk will come from the threat. If the asset
Yes,
is having a vulnerability, and that vulnerability, uh, and there is a potential threat available to
correct, correct,
exploit
correct.
that vulnerability, right? So again, how do you identify vulnerability? Vulnerability will be identified using the VAPT only, right?
Yes.
So again, it is the initial step.
Hmm.
You got my point. Risk assessment is
Yes.
all these things are later on in phase when uh, here basically you need to classify the based on the risk only risk onto the particular asset. You need to classify the asset into the low, medium, high, and critical application. And once you
Hmm.
identify, then you will going to implement the control onto the high and critical assets basically.
Hmm.
So so in that what you ask basically under the risk assessment you ask if there is any quarterly report of EAPT is available or not. You ask that, right?
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Right.
Hmm.
So that you can ensure that there is no vulnerabilities exist at that point of time. No major vulnerability exists, right?
Hmm.
You will refer that report, right? And
Hmm.
and for that and in order to get that report, that exercise has to be performed earlier before performing this,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
So again, so VAPT is one of the important exercise which has to be performed initially at initial stage before performing going to the risk assessment, right?
Hmm.
So so if we think like that, then impact of any exposure. So exposure is auditor has to look that if there is any impact is there or not for the
Yes.
vulnerabilities if they exposed. Okay, so rest of the thing will come later on, but initially that will come uh,
Hmm.
B. So B will be the best option, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Any doubt in this? Any kind of doubt if you are having, we can discuss.
Look, if in future if I get this kind of question, I will still choose efficiency, this first option only.
Hmm.
That is the issue.
What is the
First,
rationale? What
let
is
me
that is what I want to
bec-
try to understand. Why you choose A?
because our as a auditor now, first we have to focus whether this whatever application is meeting the business goal or not.
How
Because
and
my
how you
mind
will check
always go
that?
there.
How you will check
Everything
that for
how
an
is secondary. First,
for a,
it is meeting the business processes
hmm.
or not.
Suppose I'm taking in one
Everything
analogy.
will be secondary.
I'm taking one analogy. Okay, I'm explaining.
Yes.
You are a racing bike. You have a bike. Sorry, a bicycle. Okay, and you are a
Hmm.
racer. Okay, and you have going to perform one of the major this racing bicycle racing. Okay, so
Hmm.
and you are saying that I am going to give my best in the racing. Okay, so it will
Hmm.
judge, it will, if you will come, and if you give your best and you will come first, you will be chosen for the state level. Okay. So it's a kind of a measurement. Okay. So efficiency, you
Hmm.
will going to check your efficiency. Okay. But before going that, don't you going to check whether your bicycle is working properly or not? So is there all the components are working properly or not of your bicycle? You will perform that, right?
Hmm.
Okay, you will go to the
So I
bicycle
think the
shop
question
and
here is I
bicycle
am
shop.
jumping directly after the onboarding of the application. This B
Sorry.
option is applied before even onboarding of this uh, application.
No, no,
I
application
think
is
that's
already,
why
no, no, application is already there. It is running. Try to understand the thing. Application is there. It is not newly, where it is mentioned that it is a newly onboarded application. Nowhere is it is mentioned in the question.
that's why I
App,
have chosen
app,
A
so
because
application is already there and it is already running. But thing is that being an auditor, what option you will going to choose first among these options? So in case if we talk about if we refer to the bicycle analogy, you will confirm first that your bicycle and its all components are working properly or not. Then after you will go
hmm,
into the into the you will take the part into the race and then you will able to assess your strength, right? Whether how much
hmm,
you are efficient you are or not, right? In the similar way, in order to measure the efficiency of an application, the application has to be healthy in
let's
itself,
see the
right?
explanation. Let's see the explanation in this question. Option A.
Application controlled
An
review.
application control review involves the evaluation of the application, automated control, and an assessment of any exposure resulting from the control weakness. Basically, he is saying to perform the risk assessment on the application. Okay. The why first is not selected. The information system auditor is reviewing the effectiveness of the control, not the suitability of the application to me. I didn't get it. What he is saying first.
So it is saying that here option is the efficiency of the application in meeting the business process. Whether auditor will check the efficiency of application to meeting the business process or not. So what they are justifying that IS auditor is reviewing the effectiveness of the control, not the suitability of the application to meet the business needs. It could be possible that business need cannot be sufficed by only this application. There would be n number of application, and with the combination of those application only, the business need would be sufficed, right? If you're testing
Okay.
on the single application, based on the single application, the entire business need would not get sufficed. So that is what here it is mentioning. So auditor is
Hmm.
basically reviewing the effectiveness of the control. He is not uh, checking for the suitability of the application to meet the business need. This is
Okay.
this is
Okay.
the explanation of this. And for B, impact of any exposure discovered. So an application control review involve the evaluation of the application automated controls and an assessment of the exposure resulting from the control weakness. Again, is there any control weakness exists, like suppose for the application access control they have not MFA is not enabled for the user, so there could be possibility that if any user share their credential to any outsider, he can able to get access of this application, right? And he can perform
Hmm.
or
I got it. That I got
right,
it. Why option B is selected? I got it. But why
that
A option is not selected? That I want to understand.
so you got it
Here it is
now.
written the information security is reviewing the effectiveness of the control. Okay, not the suitability of the application to meet the business need. Okay, fine, fine.
So see the business process, business need cannot be uh, need is like to achieve certain goal, right? Right, right.
Hmm.
So for to achieving certain goal, and it's a very complex process, business requirement. In order to
Hmm.
in order to achieve that goal, there are hundreds of applications are going on or running on. So
Hmm.
their uh, combined efforts will only push uh, the organization to achieve the business goal. Uh,
Hmm.
it is not like if you are assessing only one application and based on that you can decide that yes, you met your business, you have organizations have made their business goal. It is not like that.
Hmm.
You got my point. So,
Yes.
so here auditor is only basically he will check the basically the effectiveness of the control, but it is not suitable for the to check the effect basically uh, whether it is a business goal is they are able to achieve or not. So that
Hmm.
auditor cannot measure through that single application basically,
Hmm.
right? So
Yeah, fine, fine.
I think you should not go into the more complexity of the question. I mean, you have to think like again you have to think like an auditor. Okay, so
Hmm.
you have to maintain that you should not go much deeper and you should not uh, talk about high level. You should be moderate. Okay, and as
Hmm.
and when required, you need to go down or up as per the requirement, right? So this is how
Yes.
you have to play here actually.
Hmm.
Understood?
Yes.
Okay, then next question.
What is this corrective action has been taken by the auditee immediately after the notification of the report, reportable finding. It also system auditor should review the finding. Look at reporting of all the finding. Now include the finding in the finding. So that not include the finding. The correction is verified whether include the finding in the closing report as well. Yeah, this is the more debatable type of question. Hmm. Yes, A. Let's go with the standard process.
Mhm. So the question is corrective action has been taken by an auditee immediately after the identification of the reportable finding. Okay. The
Hmm.
information system auditor should include the finding in the final report because the IS auditor is responsible for an accurate report for all finding. Okay. Not include the final findings in the final report because management resolved the item. Not include the finding in the final report because corrective action can be verified by the auditor during the audit. Include the finding in the closing meeting for the discussion purpose only. So, and you have chosen one. So, what would be the reason behind it? Choosing A?
We have identified the issue, then we have to include it in our report as per
Hmm.
standard.
Okay. Okay. And we can also eliminate like this, like it in the B, it is mentioned not included in the finding.
These two
Uh,
B and C is
yeah,
directly eliminated. We
yeah,
cannot.
yeah. And D include the finding in the closing meeting. So that is not relevant actually. So again,
Hmm.
A, I think A is the best option.
Yes.
Yes, A is the
Now
best
we can
option.
directly move to next. Ah, fine.
Okay.
This is very standard question.
Hmm. Yeah.
Okay, what is this? The internal security audit team is auditing controls over sales return. Okay. Concerned about fraud, which are the following sampling method. Discovery. C.
Okay, the question is the ISO audit team is auditing control over sales returns and is concerned about fraud. Which of the following sampling method will best assist the ISO auditor? Stop or go, classification variable, discovery, portability, proportional to size. Okay, you have opted for C.
C.
Okay, let's check. C. C is the correct one. Fine.
Hmm.
Are you aware about this stop
Yes,
or
yes, yes,
go?
I know. Stop
So,
or go, I don't know, but discovery, I know. It is the sampling method used for,
mm,
fraud detection.
okay, I would suggest that let's go for the explanation so that,
Explanation, let's see
uh,
explanation for rest.
yeah. So, stop or go is a sampling method that helps limit the size of a sample and allow the test to be stopped at the earliest
Hmm.
possible moment. Okay. Classification variable sampling is associated with the dollar amount and has a sample based on representative sample of the population but is not focused on fraud. Okay.
Hmm.
Discovery sampling is used when information IS audit is trying to determine whether a type of events has occurred. Therefore, it is suited to assess the risk of fraud and to identify whether a single occurrence has taken place. Okay. Yeah, so discovery sampling is the best one. And a probability proportional to size sampling is typically associated with the cluster sampling when there are groups with a sample within a sample. The question does not include that an IS auditor is searching for a threshold
So should off
of
something, I think.
I think it is not properly mentioned.
Fine.
So
Oh.
I should say that you take screenshot of this and also
Taken, taken.
you have taken, right? Fine.
Yes. Okay. Strategy information conduct the research point to ensure that the controls need to mitigate risk are in place. Vulnerability that is identified. Audit risk is considered. Gap analysis is appropriate. Correct. B.
B. So the
Hmm.
question is when developing a risk-based audit strategy, an IS auditor should conduct a risk assessment to ensure a control needs to mitigate risk are in place, vulnerabilities and threats are identified, audit risk is considered, and a gap analysis is appropriate. Okay. And what about the other option? Why you have eliminated A?
First, we have to identify. This is the first initial step. B. Then only other things will come up.
Yeah, so first we need to identify the vulnerabilities and threat
Vulnerabilities and threat.
associated with the critical asset. Then controls need to
Yes.
be mitigate risk are in place. Then we require
Hmm.
the controls which is
Hmm.
we can implement and then mitigate the risk. Audit risk is
Correct.
considered. So audit risk is basically uh, it's it is related with the audit process. We have also
Hmm.
saw one question related with audit risk, right?
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
Still, first we have to do B only.
Hmm.
Vulnerability threats and vulnerability.
No,
First,
I
we
am
have to
just trying
identify.
to understand other option also.
Ah. Okay. Okay. Okay.
A gap because see in exam basically how they reframe the question and
They are very smart.
right. So we need to basically deeply analyze all the options actually.
Hmm.
You got my point. Here
Yes.
the point of discussion here is that we need to critically analyze all the options why it is
Hmm.
why the particular option is correct and why the particular option is not correct. What is the
Not
rationale behind
correct.
it? right?
Hmm.
We need to check that also,
Hmm.
right? So either ways from both the ways we need to perform the analysis, right?
Hmm.
For exam point of view, then a gap
Yes.
analysis is appropriate. So gap analysis is again a later stage activity. So yes, it is correct. And I think, do you want to see the
Yes. No, no, no,
explanation?
no. We can move.
No? Okay, fine.
This bring an exit interview. Case settlement one exit interview. Disagreement regarding the impact of the so, related to sign a release form, etc. Could be better something like we don't know so that the other family members are not correcting it as report the disagreement to the issue and representing the process. B.
Which one?
B second.
B. Okay. So during an exit interview, in case where there is a disagreement regarding the impact of the finding, an IS auditor should ask the auditor to sign a release form accepting full legal responsibility. That is ex
Not relevant at
not
all.
yeah, not relevant. We can exclude this. Elaborate on the significance of the findings and the risk of not correcting it. Yes, that can be
Yes.
considered. Report the disagreement to the audit committee for resolution. Report to disagreement to audit committee for resolution. No, we do not need to report
We
to audit
yes.
committee on this because we are dealing with the auditee and we have to report to the auditee.
Hmm.
Accept the position because they are the process owner. No, that is also we cannot accept. Yeah, so
Yes.
B
It's
is, I
very
think,
straightforward.
yeah, B is the best one. Yes, correct.
Next. Just to ensure the audit resources delivered the best value to the organization. The first step in an audit project is the audit resources the best value. They should do the audit and monitor the timings and audit follow train and this next one audit staff and technology doing the like develop the audit plan based on the detailed assessment monitor program, the program of audit and cost control measure. See,
C. So,
develop the
question is,
audit plan based on
hmm,
detailed risk assessment.
to ensure that audit resource deliver the best value to the organization, the first
Hmm.
step in an audit project is to schedule the audit and monitor the times spent on each audit. That is a later stage activity. Train the information system audit staff on current technology used in the organization. Okay. Develop the audit plan based on the detailed assessment. Okay. Monitor progress of audit and initiate cost control measures. So that is also a later on strategy. Yes, so B is I think C is the best one.
See,
Yeah.
hmm,
Because we need to develop the audit plan based on the detailed risk assessment.
hmm,
Yes, correct.
easy one we can skip.
Yeah.
Just to switch or the following should be the first action of an audit during the dispute with the department manager for audit finding. Okay. Retest the control to validate the finding. Engage third party to evaluate the finding. Include the finding in the report with the department manager comments. Revalidate the supporting evidence for the finding. So following should be the first action of an information system. First action. Regulated the supporting evidence of the finding. To test the control. Validate the finding. Load the finding in the report and mount manager comment. I have seen sometime people are doing the A, but I think we should, as per process, we should go with C.
Okay. So, the question is, which of the following should be the first action of an IS auditor during a dispute with a department manager over audit finding? Okay.
Hmm.
Retest the control to validate the finding. Okay. Means retest is like we need to perform the entire exercise again. Okay. Then
Entire,
engage.
I don't think entire. I think only for that particular
Yeah, for the
finding.
audit findings. Okay, okay, we can go for that. Retest for those. So basically, engage a third
Hmm.
party to validate the finding. No,
That
that is
is not.
that can be eliminated. Then include the finding in the report
Hmm. With the department
with the
manager
department managers
comments.
manager comments. Okay, include the finding
Hmm.
in the report. Okay, include the finding in the report with the department manager comments. Okay,
Hmm.
okay, and then revalidate the supporting evidence for the finding.
That we already did. I think C. We should select C.
Okay.
But in some audit, I have seen they, if we highlight something, then they have
So,
gone through
so
retesting
you
again.
no, you have chosen A also earlier, right? Like retest the
It
control
is
to validate.
possible. I have seen, but
So I
I will,
think
as per standard, I will go with
hmm,
C.
C is include the finding in the report with
Uh,
the department manager comments.
hmm.
Okay, okay. You just try to understand the here the what the question is trying to uh what the question is saying that what would be the first action of an IS auditor during a dispute? It is not a common basically audit. Here a dispute happened. Okay, dispute has been
Hmm.
raised with a department manager over the audit finding. Okay, so it's a
Hmm.
dispute occur here. So if you go with like include the finding in the report with the department manager comment. Okay, suppose
Hmm.
so fine. So I don't think that you should include the finding report with the department manager comments because did you means I think there should be a one step before this also because since
Yes,
it's a
yes.
dispute
That's why I'm
because
saying we have to retest the control to validate the finding. First is yeah, that is fine.
which
Uh,
one retest
Usually
the
what we
control
do, yes,
no no so
A option.
retest the control no retest the control is again an new exercise you got my point
Okay, before
suppose
acha,
so
retest the
retest
control,
control is
revalidate the supporting evidence for the finding. Acha, but
hmm,
dispute only happens when the given evidence is not as per auditor's requirement. That is where dispute begins,
hmm.
to be honest.
I mean, a
So,
dispute is also begin where the whatever documents they have shared with you and you have validated, they might have
hmm,
asked that audit can also raise a question that you have not validated it properly. They can they can raise a question, right?
that is
From the
yes.
auditor end, you are saying that audit has not provided the uh, scope documents as per the requirement,
Hmm,
right? But auditor
hmm,
also raise a question that auditor has he has shared all the evidence, but uh, they can raise a question on your efficiency also from the auditor efficiency that he might say that you have not
mm,
performed the activity properly or diligently. The the
mm,
the result which you are showing is not accurate because the exercise
mm,
has not been performed properly, right? So in that case,
mm.
what would you do? Whether you which option
That
you will
case,
select between A
your
and C?
scenario is very to the point because it is revolving around evidence. But what about the whole concept of doing it? Like what happened in one of the audit, the
Hmm.
auditor is checking the control with the CISO. CISO was there in the meeting,
Hmm.
and the auditor said climate change should be in your manual. Okay, but the
Hmm.
CISO started arguing like why climate change is affecting our IT environment. You tell me then. They started arguing.
Climate
So
change, they
it's not about
is the auditor referring about the
they are
data center environment he is referring,
yes, data center environment.
right?
But the CISO is saying I'm not
Hmm.
a operational guy, like ground level physical type of operational guy. I'm a CISO. Like our department is looking after the IT related controls. Now,
Hmm.
how
Hmm.
then climate change is affecting our working day-to-day operation? They started arguing that. So it's
No, so
not even about the
no, no, no.
evidence
So thing is that auditor, what auditor is trying to say that what are the what are the
impact of
condition of
climate
the
change.
what are the condition of the data center? I mean,
Hmm.
at what temperature all the servers has been
Yes.
placed. What is the humidity?
Uh,
What is the
Basically, he was saying, have you
okay?
even considered climate change or not? Because as per new ISMS guideline,
Because these
you should
things yeah,
include.
because these things should be monitored regularly, daily it should be
Correct.
monitored,
Yes.
and in day
Yes.
three times a day it should these things should be monitored, and should be
Hmm.
data should be collected somewhere in the register or somewhere, right?
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
these are
Hmm.
the
Hmm.
regular activity. So what the auditor
Yes.
has said is the correct. He said correctly that you should manage the all this data related with the data center environment, so that because it will
Hmm.
directly impact the operation, it will directly impact the efficiency of the server. Suppose at
Hmm.
any time, any day, the temperature of your data center will raise up. In that case, what would happen? Your all the CPU and all this whatever
Hmm.
components are
Performance will go down.
yeah,
Hmm.
performance will be degraded. So it will directly
Yes.
impact your IT operation.
Yes.
You got
Yes.
my point. So
Hmm.
the question raised by the auditor is correct one. But since the
Hmm.
your CISO is not a he is not an operation guy. He is only handling the IT system and IT related thing. So
Hmm.
it could be possible that he is not aware about that who is managing that.
Hmm. Because the thing
Correct.
is, na, they are thinking like if the auditor is highlighting any issue, it is finding
Hmm.
risk on my operation.
That
That's
is
why
what.
he's is not
Hmm.
ready to take the NC on him. So he started arguing. So
Yeah.
it
So
was
but
not
it
even
is
about the evidence.
directly proportional. If you are
It
if
is
the
directly
climate
proportional.
you are not maintaining, it will directly impacting your
Hmm.
performance, your server's
Yes.
performance, right?
So that's why
So
I was concerned about option A instead of choosing
so in
option
that
D.
okay, I will I will be more interested in your case actually. So what would that what would the auditor uh, what he
So
did?
finally our GRC head came in and then they
Hmm.
said, sir, it is manual, ISMS manual, and CISO is not the only part. So other we have
Hmm.
other operational DC operation, DC safety, security, other teams are also involved in ISMS.
Hmm.
So the climate change we have already considered in the manual, and it is mapped to our operational DC operational head, not directly to the CISO. CISO is
Okay.
taking the IT part,
Yeah.
and operation is
Okay, so
taking.
he should
Yes.
means the auditor should ask this question to the your DC operational head. I'm right.
Then we said, sir,
He is
when we have the audit with the operation part, then we will show you this climate
mm,
related things. then the dispute get over. Otherwise,
Got it.
they will.
But in actually, in reality,
Uh,
it was not being monitored,
no,
that
it is monitored,
it is monitored.
but CISO was not aware that
CISO
it
was
was
not
taken
aware.
care
Yeah.
by operations.
That is
So
what.
that's why they started arguing.
Yeah.
But fine, we handled somehow.
Mm, got it.
Actually, in the
So,
manual itself, it was not written. That's why he get auditor get
mm,
angry.
got it.
So we somehow manipulated the evidence and showcased them later. But yes, he
Okay,
was
okay.
the both was right actually.
Okay, okay.
We somehow missed the climate change. So yes, related to this question, uh, A, C, and D, we were having thoughts on these three.
Mm-hmm. So
So I think
A
by
is,
process, if we go, we should
mm,
include with management remark if dispute continues. If dispute is like we should retest it. So once first step, we should retest the control, because if we again revalidate the evidence, auditor will again come on to the same conclusion. So it's like going in the circle. Option D. That's why I
uh,
thought option C would be much better, but option there is, as you said, one step is still there, so we can go with A. We test the
again,
control
then,
with different evidence.
okay.
Hmm.
So, as per the ISACA guideline, basically, if there is any dispute or something happened, so it is a responsibility of an auditor to
Hmm.
revalidate their own exercise, whatever they have
Okay.
performed. It is a
Yes.
responsibility of an editor because there would be possibility that uh,
Uh-huh. He is a human. He
yeah, that
can make error.
yeah, so he might have missed something or something like that happened. So
Hmm.
before pointing out to the management or someone else, it's better to correct and re-evaluate your things, right? So
Yes.
revalidation is the basically initial
Best.
step, best step.
First step.
So
Yes.
again, the
Hmm.
question is here in the CISA exam, basically they are asking for the best. They are looking for the best question, best option. Okay. So
Hmm.
here the best option is basically to revalidate revalidate the supporting evidence for the findings. So
Okay.
if you are okay, if you would later on also inform management, right? That we
Hmm.
have revalidated twice like this, right?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So
That is
yeah,
that
so
we can do.
if you and if you do not inform that or if you do not say that or if you said that only you have checked all these evidences, so
Hmm.
it will again raise a question that they might have asked that whether did you revalidate your exercise
Hmm.
or not, right? So it is always better to revalidate at your end, being an auditor.
Perfect. Otherwise, they
Okay.
will think like we are arrogant.
Yeah, yeah.
We
That is
so
why. So
confident. Hmm.
yeah, so that is why. So so for this case, basically, uh, where is the question?
D.
Yeah, let's check. D. Yeah, so revalidate the supporting evidence is the
Hmm.
best choice actually.
Hmm.
Okay.
Actually, if we think properly, na, yes, this is the correct answer, because if the evidence, if we revalidate the evidence and then we find out that that evidence is not proper, we need other evidence. Then option A will be, then we can go for the
Yeah,
option
yeah.
A.
So we always
And
look for
still
the
we find, and still if there is any issue, then we can, the final option is C. Otherwise, we have to do D, then A, then C. step, matlab
Right,
sequence.
right, right.
Hmm. Got it, got it. Perfect. This
But
is very good
always,
question.
yeah, but always, as I said, they are looking for the best option
Yes, yes, yes.
from the auditor perspective, not from the auditee perspective.
Correct,
Okay.
correct, correct.
So we have not
Got it.
completed 44, question number 44, because it is not marked.
We have not selected, I think, the option. That's why it is marked, not
But we
marked.
have discussed, right? And
We have
perform a review of
discussed.
application. Okay.
15 minutes we have discussed this question only.
Okay. Okay. So I think what would I suppose? So there are still there. How many questions are left?
Are there are so many.
165. So
It's fine. I will go through. No, no, no issue.
yeah, what I would suggest you, I will provide you the link of this. You
Yes.
complete other question because it has a very good questionnaire, set of questionnaire,
These
and
are
it
very
will
good
be,
questions.
yeah. So it will really going to help you. And
Hmm.
I think we have covered domain one. We have covered domain one
Hmm.
uh, all the nutshell
Theory
we have
and
already
hmm.
theory part we have covered. And I will also share the CISA review manual with you. So in case
Hmm.
if there is any doubt or you want to refer anything, you can see in that. Okay. So due to
Yes.
the time constraint, we cannot include everything here and cannot
Sure,
discuss
sure, sure.
everything, right? So
Yes.
I think
Understood.
we have covered 50 questions here, and it's all a good question,
Hmm.
and still there are many questions
They are
remaining.
very good questions.
Yeah, and
Yes.
I would suppose that before uh, but next week we will start domain 2. Okay, so before
Hmm.
that you should complete all these questions. Okay,
Yes,
right?
definitely.
So it will be better actually, right?
So can I get domain two like summary like that you provided now before we started domain one? You provided one notes, quick notes.
Yeah. So for domain 2
So
also we
that if I
yeah.
domain two na phase wise like phase one we have to cover this and phase wise at least if I go through
Hmm.
the high level topic na that will be more helpful during our next theory session for
Yeah, we
domain
will
two.
provide, sure, we will provide domain too. So you just go through it once.
Because what I'm doing now, just I'm saying it to you.
Mm-hmm.
Before we begin our theory session, I used to prepare the notes for myself by googling the topics.
That
Same.
would
So
be, yeah, that would
if
be
you
also
provide
nice.
me the TOC na table of content, what topic you
Right,
will
definitely,
cover,
definitely.
then at least I will prepare my
Yeah,
own notes so that I can uh,
yeah,
catch
definitely.
up quickly.
We will provide you domain two all
Uh,
supportive notes, and by the time you need
Quick
to
notes
cover,
at least.
yeah,
Hmm.
by the time you also need to complete your domain one questionnaire, all which are pending.
Questionnaires I will complete in 1 or 2 days,
Yeah,
max to max.
yeah, that
By
would
today
be.
or max to max by tomorrow, I will cover this questions. Then
Mhm.
I will go through 1 day
So
max. I will
currently,
go
I
with the
mean,
CISA manual.
okay, just asking that are you doing work from home or from office? I
No, no,
mean,
office.
okay, because while
Actually, because
going
na
to office,
ISO all
it
10,
will
uh,
not, you will
it's
not
fine. We
get
can.
time.
No, no, it's fine. I got time. Don't worry. Because all
Okay,
the audit, major audit has been completed 2 months back. So we
okay.
have 2 months. Within two
Hmm.
months, RBI audit will be assigned to me, and so many customer audit will be coming frequently after like
Okay,
just next month. So what I'm planning
okay.
is before this month end, I will cover most of the domain at least theory part or
Yes.
question part. That
Yeah,
is what my
fine.
plan is.
Yes. Fine.
So
In by
12.
this month, you will your entire CISA training will get complete, and whatever maximum support we can provide, we will do. And by when you are planning to give your exam?
as soon as we finish this
Hmm.
session, like
Yeah,
all
so
5 domain, and at least
right,
I have to go through all the, like, not domain wise, I have to go through all domain
like
questions at least once or twice,
fine, fine.
so that I can
So
check my knowledge.
yes, yes, yes. So I would suggest that after completing this training sessions,
Hmm.
within 15 days you register for your exam and then give the exam. So since it will be during the training, whatever we have discussed, it is
So
uh,
someone from your team can guide me now how to register, or
yeah, yeah, I
or
can
do I
only
have to
guide
do it
you. Yeah,
myself?
I will guide you. I will guide you.
Okay, okay. I will
Yeah,
share the screen, and you can
yeah,
tell me how
yeah,
to
yeah. I will
register
definitely I will
things.
guide you. No problem in that. Yeah.
Okay.
So
So
within 15 days, I would recommend you to give the exam.
before even I'm saying, like, since the moment we finish the theory part now, I think we
Hmm.
should register it, and within 15-20 days till the exam
Yeah.
date is there, I can go through the questionnaire, and then I have to give the exam
Yes, yes.
as soon as
As soon as
possible.
possible, because it will be because recently you will be
Hmm.
going to complete that training, so everything will be there
Yes.
in your mind. Okay, so you can able to
I
easily
cannot even wait,
reconnect it. Yeah,
because
you
I'm
can easily.
telling you, the moment RBI audit or any audit assigned to me, that things will get so many hectic.
Yeah,
I cannot even
complicated.
focus
Yeah,
on anything then.
I
I have to
understand. I
give it very
understand.
quickly.
Yes, yes. And how about are you getting everything clearly and are you able to understand the
Yes,
thing, right?
yes, yes,
Everything, right?
yes. I'm preparing
Yeah.
all the notes, whatever my
Hmm.
weak points, weak
So,
topics
if
are.
anyone from my team will ask you about the quality of training or
Ah,
how
they
you
asked
like the
na
training, yeah.
on the group.
So, okay, okay. So just
Ah, they are asked.
inform them or as per your it's up to you and that what
Already
you want to.
informed.
Okay,
Yes.
okay, okay. Fine, fine,
Ah,
fine.
maybe at the last they will ask once. I don't know.
Hmm.
But in the starting, after the first session, they asked,
Great, great. Fine. So,
given the full marks.
okay. Thank you. So, great. So,
Definitely.
definitely, I will going to if anytime if you have any concern related with any question or something, you
Hmm.
can basically I would say basically if you are facing an issue with any of the question, you can
Hmm.
take the screenshot and share it with the Abhay mobile.
Yes,
He
yes.
will he will redirect me and will then discuss. Okay. So
Got it.
nothing like that that we have to wait. I will be there and I will
Hmm.
support you.
Hmm.
Okay. And
Okay.
as soon as I get the time, I will definitely support you. Okay.
Yes, yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Fine. So
Definitely.
I will share after this session. We will go our team will going to share this
This
questionnaire
Q&A and practice lab
with
and
you
that manual.
and the yeah and domain to manual, right?
And domain two quick notes, this questionnaire and manual, I think.
Hmm.
ISACA manual you are saying.
It's
I
a
have to go through
manual. I will share. Yes, yes, I will.
these three
Fine.
things. Yes.
Yeah, I will. Okay.
Yes.
So I hope today's session was very interactive, very helpful, and brain teasing, and and you like
Yes.
this, right?
Definitely.
Hello,
Hello.
hello. Yeah, am I audible?
Yes, yes. Now, in between, your
Am I
voice was breaking up.
audible? Yeah, yeah. Am I
Hello.
audible? Okay,
Yes,
okay.
now audible.
Yeah, hello. I don't know what is the issue. Fine, then
Some
we can
network.
wrap up the call and we will provide you all the
Yes. Yes, yes,
required
sure, sure.
document. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye.
नेट को क्या हो गया? हेलो हेलो देवव्रत, am I audible? हेलो